John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men follows two migrant workers, George Milton and Lennie Small, as they travel through California during the Great Depression, searching for work. George is small and intelligent, while Lennie is physically strong but has a mental disability that makes him childlike and unaware of his own strength. They dream of owning their own farm, where Lennie can tend rabbits. They find work on a ranch, but trouble arises when Lennie accidentally kills a puppy, and then the boss's son's wife, Curly's wife, while trying to stroke her hair. Knowing that Lennie will face a brutal death at the hands of Curly's mob, George makes the painful choice to shoot Lennie himself in an act of mercy, ending their dream forever. Of Mice and Men explores themes of loneliness, dreams and powerlessness, painting a grim picture of life during the Great Depression. Steinbeck's use of simple yet vivid language creates a raw and emotional atmosphere, allowing readers to feel the hardships of the characters. The novel critiques the American dream, showing how it remains just out of reach for the poor and disadvantaged. The tragic ending reinforces the idea that in a harsh and unforgiving world, even strong friendships and hopeful dreams cannot always survive. Through George and Lennie's story, Steinbeck forces readers to confront the brutal realities of economic struggle and human nature. The American dream, the hope for a better life through hard work, is central to the novel. George and Lennie cling to their dream of owning land, believing it will give them freedom and security. However, Steinbeck presents the American dream as an illusion, especially for the working class. Crooks, the lonely black stable hand, and Curly's wife, who dreams of becoming a movie star, also have their own unreachable dreams. The novel suggests that for many people, especially the poor and powerless, the American dream is more of a fantasy than a reality. Loneliness is a recurring theme in Of Mice and Men, affecting nearly every character. George and Lennie's friendship is rare in a world where most workers live isolated lives. Candy, an aging ranch hand, fears being abandoned when he is no longer useful. Crooks, as a black man, is segregated from the other workers, highlighting racial isolation. Curly's wife is also lonely, seeking attention because she has no real companionship. Steinbeck emphasizes how loneliness can make people bitter, desperate, or even cruel, showing the deep need for human connection. The novel explores how power is often tied to strength, status, or cruelty. Lennie is physically powerful but mentally vulnerable, making him easy to manipulate. Curly, though small, asserts power through aggression and violence. Crooks and Candy, who are physically weak due to race and age, have little control over their own lives. Even George, who appears in control, ultimately loses his power when he is forced to kill Lennie. Steinbeck shows that in an unfair world, power is often used to dominate the weak, and those without power struggle to survive. George Milton is intelligent and protective, though hardened by a difficult life. His love for Lennie is evident, even as he grows frustrated with his companion's mistakes. Lennie Small, despite his physical strength, is gentle and kind, but does not understand his own power, leading to tragedy. Candy represents the fear of aging and being discarded, while Crooks highlights racial discrimination and isolation. Curly is aggressive and cruel, constantly trying to prove his dominance, while his wife is a tragic figure, trapped in a life she never wanted. Together, these characters create a world where dreams clash with reality, and survival often comes at great emotional cost.